Hello. We're pretty much at the end of the season now, so I think it's pretty apt to do the thing that I've been doing, which is the end of the season recap. Uh, Favorite and least favorite team comp. My favorite team comp, pretty much any that I got to play Penny with. I liked when I didn't play with Invis or Gambit, actually. Those are my favorite supports to have on my team when it was neither of them, because I felt like I was doing something. We played, we didn't have any support alts. So we had Jeff. I think we played Jeff Adam one time and we won that game. This was a GM3 lobby. We played Jeff Adam and won. I played Penny. Like, anything I get to play Penny with, I'm happy because, again, my favorite character, I just wish they were better so I got to play with them more. But if you saw my other video, I don't think you can make them considerably better without making them uber broken in everything that they already do well, and it doesn't... Whatever, not important. So that's my favorite team comps, pretty much. Because I didn't really have a favorite. There wasn't any that stood out to me that I was like, no, I want to play this all the time, right? Other than, like, I just want to play meta. Like, if we're losing and I just want to play meta, then I do that. But for the most part, there wasn't anything that stuck out to me as I want to play this comp every single time, all the time. But for... What am I thinking of? Least favorite team comp to play against. I've talked about how there's too much CC in this game. I fucking hate the CC in this game. I'll get into team comps, well, they'll start with... I'm not even joking. This is a real team composition I went against. Angela. Emma. Wolverine. Phoenix. Invis. Loki. You know which one of those characters doesn't have CC? No, it's not 3 of them. It's not even 2 of them that don't have CC. It's only Loki. Phoenix has her stun. Wolverine, do I need to say more? Angela, do I need to say more? Emma with the grab and the kicks. Invis, push, pull, slow down on the shield. Oh my god, dude. I was constantly getting pulled by Wolverine, grabbed by Wolverine, pushed by Angela, grabbed by Emma, kicked around by Emma, pulled back in by Invis, pushed away by Invis. There was nothing I could do, and if I tried to get out, well, I got slowed down by the Invis, I got stunned by the Phoenix, I got grabbed by the Emma. Genuinely, team comps with 3 or more characters who have CC, least favorite thing in this game right now. Least favorite thing in this game. It pisses me off to no end. I have to play a shield tank. I have to play a tank with a shield, either Strange or Mag, depending on what the rest of their comp is, because if it's Strange, then you have to just use your shift every single time to run away. And if it's Mag, you have to use your bubble for yourself every single time to run away. And save your other bubble for your other for your other tank who's going to be grabbed when they're not grabbing you. And so you never get to protect your supports. It is so infuriating, because it's not like, oh, once a team fight you get tossed around. Every single time. And if my supports are absolutely goated, which will happen occasionally, and they can keep me up through all that, because I've been grabbed by pushed into a Wolverine, and then grabbed by the Wolverine. Like, Angela pushes me into Wolverine, grabbed by that Wolverine, and my supports will keep me up, and I'm able to make it back to my team, and then Emma grabs me. And then after Emma grabs me, I get stunned by Phoenix, and then I get kicked into the wall by Emma, and, like, it's the entire game I'm just struggling in CC hell. It is awful. That's my least favorite team comp. Specifically, the Angela, Emma, Wolf, Phoenix, because Wolf and Phoenix, if you don't ban Phoenix, then Wolf just becomes kind of immortal with any good support. But you play Jeff, Wolverine, Phoenix. Wolverine is immortal as long as Jeff looks at Wolverine. Because when he grabs you, he gets lifesteal, and he gets lifesteal on his claws, and then he just gets healed by Jeff, and Jeff helps with his damage, and you just can't kill him fast enough, and then he has that passive that gives him 2 lives. That team comp specifically is my least favorite. Close second is every single team comp that has 3 or more characters with CC. Like, replace the Phoenix with a Bucky. I don't see it often, where you'll play Bucky and Wolf. But nothing puts the fear of God in me like seeing a Bucky and a Wolf. Now, just general thoughts on how this season was. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty fun. Outside of, like, obviously it has the flaws, the things we've been talking about. The flaws it has aren't with this season specifically. It's just the game as a whole for months has had these flaws. With balancing, with power creep, with the same meta that almost never changes. Like, we had dive meta, which was a very big deviation from the game's launch, but ever since then, what supports have been meta? Loki, Luna, Invis. Occasionally, you can replace the Luna with Cloak and Dagger. Like this season, I think Cloak and Dagger is probably meta. Longest support ult, plus 2 Terror Capes. I think it's pretty great. But it's still... Loki, Luna, Invis, and then as soon as Gambit came out, he was hard meta. And so now it's those 3 with Luna/Cloak, depending on the season, in 4th place. And then you just play those 3 ever since their release. What tanks have been the strongest since their releases? Mag, Strange, Emma. Poke tanks with, like... Even though you can say, oh, we had a switch in meta, even during that switch in meta, Mag was the best tank to play. Like, it doesn't change it. Even during that switch in meta... Like, they just buffed the supports. Those supports that were super strong were the same supports that were the best supports in the game. The DPS have varied. I'll take one on that the DPS have varied on which ones are the strongest and which ones are the weakest. But the meta as a whole has stayed poke for months. And across 2 of the 3 roles, the same 4 characters... 5, if you really want to stretch it, have been meta. Like 3 tanks in the same 4 tanks. We'll add Groot there because he was kind of in and out until he got the unstoppable on his wall. Those 4 tanks, Emma, Mag, Strange, Groot, have been meta for months. The same 4 supports, 5 if we really want to stretch it, have been meta for months. Gambit, Invis, Loki, Luna, Cloak and Dagger, though I say give these 2 the same slot because they kind of go back and forth. So, like, the problems that I have with this season aren't with this season specifically. They're problems I've had with the game for months, so I can't really rag on those. But outside of those, this game was pretty good this season. I had a lot of fun this season, and I was able to climb higher than I had in a while without putting in more hours than I would have typically. So that was great for me. I had fun. Most of my teammates wanted to try to win the game, and ever since I started streaming, I was able to do it in the lower ranks, and in the lower ranks, people actually try to win. That bell curve argument, I didn't really understand until, like, right now, and holy shit, it's so real. It's so real. And I'm part of the problem sometimes, but yeah. Sorry, itchy. I thought it was great. There were times where it wasn't good, where, like, if Elsa's unbanned and their team plays Elsa, you either match the Elsa, and it's whoever has the better Elsa wins, or you just hard counter the Elsa. And it's really hard to hard counter the Elsa. What you need to do is have somebody who is going to go in and kill that Elsa every single time and skill diff them on a dive character or a brawl character specifically, and that carries your game. Like, sometimes if they play Moon Knight and you don't have anything to do, you just dive the Moon Knight every single time. That way he doesn't get ult. Because if you don't dive the Moon Knight every single time, no matter what, he doesn't do enough damage to get kills on his own. He just gets ult. He gets ult so fast. Literally gets it nearly every single fight. It's terrible. I've shown it off on my stream at how stupid it is. I had it damn near every fight, and if I was a better aim, if I was just better at the game, I would have had it every fight, and we would have won every fight just because I could have Moon Knight ulted. Just shoot a tank or shoot whoever you can see. It'll bounce to everyone else. Throw an onk, try and land it behind them like you do with the penny mines. Hit that, it bounces through their entire team. You get ult super fast, bam, you win. It's stupid. But you ban the right things, and I think what I was saying in previous seasons is starting to happen, but very, very slowly. And it should have happened faster, or it needed a reset, because by the time it actually gets to this point, I think all the momentum will be out of the sails. And what I was saying for a while was, if you have, let's say there's 44-ish characters on the roster right now, right? So if 20 of them, if 10 of them are super uber broken and need to be banned every single game, and that means at least 20 of them are okay. They're okay to play. I mean, they're not the best. They might be mid, but they're still good. You're not throwing the game by playing them. And that allows creative team comps, because not all of those 10 are going to be banned, and therefore what you play really depends on your bans. I think we're starting to get there, with exceptions of Elsa and Gambit, because even Daredevil this season, he was not nearly as much of a problem. Maybe it's because I got better, maybe it's because all the people who mained Daredevil got really good and they went up. Sometimes he's a huge problem. I can't do anything about him. I'll play a thing and I'll still not do stuff against him. But most of the time, it's pretty good. Like, even the characters that I thought 1 season or 2 seasons ago that were absolutely busted and they didn't get nerfs, I thought they were playable and they did not feel uber busted, right? At least in a casual setting. The one thing I will say as a negative to this season is people towards the end of it got really, really bored. And I can tell that they got bored because I saw more Smurf accounts. I saw more people pretending to be on a Smurf account. I mean, when they say that they're Eternity, that they play in Eternity, and then they go 0-4 on Daredevil, running down 1v6s, and then refusing to swap, and they finish with more deaths than kills, I don't think you can say you're an Eternity player. If you are an Eternity player, and that's genuinely how you play in a GM3 lobby, then you need to be studied. Like in a lab, they need to go study you. But I've seen more Smurf accounts, more people throwing and pretending to be on a Smurf account, or they look bad and they'll pretend to be on a Smurf account or something. I've seen more of that towards the end of the season than I did the beginning of the season, and I think people are right. It's probably just because they are bored and they're waiting for the next season to come out, and they don't care about your elo, which is why I'm making this now, because I probably won't be playing. It's Wednesday. I probably won't be playing until the new season comes out, because I'm GM2. I want to keep that. GM2 is my peak. I want to keep that because I feel like I've been getting better, and maybe I want to try and hit Celestial next season. Holy shit, I can't speak for fuck. I want to try to hit Celestial next season. Maybe I could do it. But, yeah, that's about it for me today. Season, it gets 1, 2 thumbs up. Wet Willy.